So what does a Palestinian surname tell you about them? Some point to names like al-Miṣrī, the Egyptian, as proof that Palestinians aren't native, but that's either ignorance or deliberate misrepresentation of how Arabic surnames work. In truth, they work similarly to European names. Take the example of Mr. Carpenter and Ms. Middleton, two Americans, and Mr. al-Miṣrī, a Palestinian. Would you assume Mr. Carpenter is a carpenter? Does he come from a family of woodworkers? Of course not. That name likely goes back centuries to an ancestor who worked with wood. Today, it's just a name. No one remembers where it came from. It's lost any connection it once had to a profession. Ms. Middleton comes from an Irish-American family with an English-sounding surname. Her DNA test indicated she was 95% Irish. No sign of any relation to anyone English. What Ms. Middleton doesn't know is that her name comes from an Englishman who lived in the 12th century in Middleton, Manchester. So long ago that barely a trace element of English DNA remains. Her surname tells you nothing about who she or her family are today. Arabic surnames work the same way. Al-Miṣrī means the Egyptian, but these descriptors were acquired centuries ago and have lost any connection to their original meaning. Let's say Omar from Egypt settled in Palestine 300 years ago. Being from Egypt, he became known locally as Omar the Egyptian. Omar may also have been a Palestinian who earned the nickname because he studied or worked in Egypt. However, for the sake of this example, let's assume he was an Egyptian immigrant. He married into the local population, and his descendants followed suit. After 10 generations, a modern descendant would carry about 0.1% of the Egyptian's DNA, less than a rounding error. This aligns with genetic research conducted by Tel Aviv University, the Weizmann Institute, Harvard Medical School, and the Max Planck Institute for the Science of Human History. Their analyses clearly distinguish between Egyptian Arab and Levantine Arab populations, with DNA testing affirming the Bronze Age Canaanite ancestry of the modern Palestinian population, regardless of surname. To claim someone is an Egyptian immigrant because their name is al-Miṣrā is absurd. It's like insisting Mr. Carpenter must be lying when he says he's not from a family of woodworkers, because his last name proves otherwise. As dumb as that sounds, it gets even worse. Meet Hamas militant Fathi Hammad, suddenly Zionism's favorite expert on Palestinian surnames. In 2012, on Egyptian TV, Hammad declared, "We have many families named al-Miṣrī. We are Egyptians. We are part of you." But Hammad is a propagandist, not a scholar. He wasn't delivering a history lesson. He was pandering to Egyptians for support. The sort of over-the-top political theater Hammad is known for. And yet, some still shamelessly quote him, ignoring historians, linguists, and demographers, in favor of a man famous for incendiary rhetoric, hyperbole, and a flexible relationship with facts. Why? Because if you're chasing sound bites instead of truth, a politically motivated propagandist is as good a source as any. So what do surnames tell us about immigration status or profession? Nothing. Zero. Nada. In Palestine, as in America, a name is just a name. It isn't proof of anything. It's a fossil, a relic of history, far too old to mean anything about someone's life today. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you would like to see more content like this.